Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. My humble obeisances to my Guru Maharaj, entire Guru Parampara, and all the devotees of the Lord, past, present, and future. Especially to the Bhagavad speaker here, Shripad Sudarshan Prabhu, and his Dharam Patni here, arranging so nicely, facilitating everyone, giving opportunity to everyone to sing and speak. And again, I would like to extend my thanks to Chandra Mataji and Krishnaman Prabhu for open house, open heart for all of us to have this beautiful satsanga here. The generosity of this couple, they calling and inviting me to come every day. But I don't want to trouble or make a disturbance to come here, because when a speaker speaks, it's a flow going on, and it's difficult to stop that flow. Because if you remember, it came a few days back, I said, we all speakers, we are attached to one thing, and that is microphone. We have so much attachment to that. So saying so, I'm also very attached to this, but I want to respect the program, the speaker, and the audience, and the time frame. So, hearing from him, there's so many ideas and so many thoughts coming. Because Sudarshan Prabhu was touching so many shlokas, so many verses, which we used to hear from our Gurudev. And when I was hearing from him, I just recall that how Srila Gurudev was speaking on this Rai Ramanan Samvad, a great dialogue between Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, and his associate, Sri Ramanand Rai. And in that discussion, there is so much churning of the ocean, churning of the Shastras is happening. Just like this churning of the ocean happened, and the nectar came out from that ocean. Similarly, churning of this Shastras. So many misconceptions in the society which are prevailing was totally destroyed by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saying this is external. We were just hearing, if you give attention to what he said earlier. External. Bhakti is not external, bhakti is something internal. Just like if a honey bottle, if lid is not open, if the bee just go around the bottle, can't taste the sweetness of that honey just by licking the bottle. That's external. But when a pure devotee comes, he opens the lid and the bee goes into it, and not just lick or not just taste the honey, but just get merged into that honey, means to extract the complete sweetness of that honey and don't want to come out. This is called internal. So this is called outside, inside story, this is called outside. There are many verses from Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures. But Bhai Artha Manina, Prahlad Maharaj said, most of the people, they get just stuck with external meaning. Because to understand the internal meaning, we need to associate with those who are internal people, means the inside family members. They can tell exactly what Krishna wanted to say. Just like in Bhagavatam, the word Yogeshwar is applied to Krishna. Shri Shukdev Goswami said, Tatrati Shushube Bhagwan Devti Sutta Bande Mamana Hamana Mamarkato Yata. Krishna's address is Yogeshwar. That doesn't mean he's the Lord of the yogis. Because if we say Yogeshwar, very simply it means, oh, the Lord of the yogis. But the Lord is not for the yogis. The Lord is not for the karmis. We never hear Karmi Vatsal Bhagwan. We never hear Yogi Vatsal Bhagwan. We always hear Bhakt Vatsal Bhagwan, one who is affectionate for his devotees. Then why should they Goswami address Krishna as Yogeshwar? See, this is called external meaning and internal meaning. Just by reading my own, without surrender mood and without the association of devotees, one can just extract the external meaning. Oh, Shukdev Goswami said Krishna's Yogeshwar means he is the Lord of the yogis. No, 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 no. There the word Yogeshwar means, because Krishna, he manifests himself into 100 million, to reciprocate with 100 million gopis. He expands himself in that many forms. Just like a yogi, he expands his forms. That's why Krishna is Yogeshwar. He looks like Yogeshwar. He is the king of all the yogis. That's the meaning, because of Krishna's multiple of manifestation to reciprocate 100 million gopis there. There's the internal meaning. I have very short time, but I have to say so much. And that's a very difficult part. Prabhu just said, he entered into Braj. You understand? Braj means Vrindavan. The mood of Vrindavan is totally different from mood of all other dhams. Totally different. Please give attention to this. The dealings of the family members, I would say, or say associates of the Lord, means Krishna, in Gokul, in Vrindavan, is so sweet and spontaneous. Prabhu just entered there and he gave his remnant to me, his jutha to me, to honor that jutha and speak for them on that night. The relationship of Krishna with his associates, his family members, is so sweet and so spontaneous. They don't believe Krishna is Lord. They don't believe that. What they believe? Oh, the friends of Krishna believe, oh, he's my friend, my Sakha. Sakha Shuddha Sakhya Bhave Kare Skand Arohan. Tu bhi kaun bada log, tu bhi hum sam. The friends of Krishna, they say, oh Krishna, don't think you are superior than us. You are same. We are same. And because of this, they jump on the shoulder of Krishna. And sometimes Krishna jump on their shoulder. Sometimes they snatch food from the mouth of Krishna. And Krishna, if we see a big body, Brahman, Sakha, Madhumangal, is eating Malpua. You know Malpua? Gulab Jamun? Yes. Wow, mouth watering. Krishna, if he sees this, he snatch from the mouth of his Sakha and eat that. There is no reservations, there is no distance between the Lord and his associates. That's the beauty of Vrindavan Dham. They don't believe, even if they see Krishna is killing so many demons, they don't believe Krishna is supreme. They just believe, oh, he has some extraordinary powers, but not with his own. He received this from his father's blessings. Because his father Nand Maharaj is worshipping Lord Narayan. And because of his pure worship to Lord Narayan, he get blessed. So the Sakhas, they never believe. Krishna dancing on the hoods of the snake Kalia. Understand? Hundreds of hoods. Krishna is dancing on the hoods of Kalia. But they don't believe that Krishna is supreme. They believe, oh, Krishna is very good dancer, that's all. See? So this is Sakhya Ras, the friends and Krishna, no reservations. Then a rasa, a mellow superior than this is Vatsalya Ras, means parental mood. And when we say parents of Krishna, it's not Devaki Vasudev. The parents of Krishna means Yashoda Maya and Nanda Baba. Yashoda and Nanda Baba. And what is speciality in that? Mata mor putra bhave kore bandhan, ati heen gyane kore lalan palan. Krishna is saying, my mother Yashoda Maya, she never believes me that I am Supreme Lord. She only take me as ordinary child, my darling son Krishna. Even though once upon a time Krishna opened his mouth and he saw millions of universes. But Mother Yashoda never believed. that Krishna is supreme. Oh, he's my son. Maybe some ghost has entered his mouth. And if Krishna is not he's very naughty. He's very naughty. And his notorious pastimes is he go so many homes and he steal butter. He's the best thief. Even though he's Supreme Lord, but he's thief. What kind of thief? Praje prasiddham navanita choram. Oh, he steals butter. And not only that, he steals the sins of his devotees. He steals the clothes of the gopis. And he's not even satisfied with that. He wanted to steal the complexion of Radharani. And when Krishna, he stole the complexion and the mood of Radharani, the sentiments of Radharani, he became Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And this is the conversation we were hearing right now. So Yashoda Maya never feared from Krishna. Krishna feared from Yashoda Maya. Once upon a time, Krishna break the pot where Maya was churning yogurt. And seeing this, Yashoda Maya, she hold one cane in her hand and twist the ears of Krishna. It never happened in any of the pastime of the Lord. No mother has ever threatened or pulled the ears of the Lord. It only happened in Krishna pastimes, in Krishna Leela. And Krishna is terrified, started crying and weeping. So what's the speciality about Krishna? He saw Prahlad Maharaj, 5-year young boy, paying obeisances to him. So much affection overflowed. And he took Prahlad Maharaj, sat on his lap. And tears of love start flowing from his eyes. Tears of love. So Narsimha Bhagwan also cried. Even though he is very unique form, half lion, half human being, and very ferocious, but his heart melted to see his devotee Prahlad paying obeisances to him. Even Lord Ramchandra cried so many pastimes, right? Seeing the surrender mood of Bharat Maharaj, seeing the surrender mood of Hanuman, seeing this Lakshman, so much serving him. Shri Ram cried. One very short, I am very fond of Ram Leela. When Shri Ram crossed that river, crossed the territory of Ayodhya, because in exile for 14 years to obey the order of his father, Darshan Maharaj. When he crossed the river, he entered into the dense forest. And the Devi of that forest, called One Devi, one means forest. Devi means one Devi, the deity, the goddess of that forest. Shri Ram folded hands and prayed to One Devi. Oh One Devi, the goddess of this forest, I want to have a humble request. Please fulfill my desire. One Devi said, Prabhu, please order me. Shri Ram said, I am not Prabhu. I have one request. Can you fulfill that? She said, go ahead, please. Shri Ram said, all that path, the passage I walked, there were so many thorns and stones. Please clear those paths with thorns and pebbles and sharp-edged stones. Please clear that. One Devi, the goddess of forest, said, doesn't make any sense, Prabhu. You already crossed that passage, walking without any shoes, barefoot. So what's the point of clearing off those paths? You could have told me this earlier. Shri Ram said, no. It's not because of me. Then, Shri Ram said, because of my Bharat. Because I know he's going to come in search and is going to follow my footsteps. So I don't want any thorn or stone can pierce the soft tender feet of my Bharat. Because I know he's going to come to look for me. Then goddess of forest said, so you mean Bharat is that soft? Is he no Kshatriya, nor strong like you? Shri Ram said, yes, he's very strong. More strong than me. Then she asked, then what is the point of clearing of that passage? If he's strong, he can tolerate that. Shri Ram said, no, you don't understand my mood. It's because when Bharat will going to walk here in search for me, and if you find any thorn there, he's not going to cry for thorn to get pierced in his feet, but he's going to worry for that. Oh, my Prabhu, my brother Ram walked here. In this passage is path which is full of thorns. My brother walked here. By thinking of this, he'll get pain in his heart, not in his feet. Shri Ram cried. So Lord Nrsimha cried, Shri Ram cried. Seeing the tapasya, the austerity of Kardam Rishi, Lord Vishnu cried. So what is the speciality of Krishna? If Krishna is crying in Vrindavan, there is a speciality. Very unique speciality. Because no other incarnation of Lord has ever cried out of terror. They cried out of affection and love for his devotees. But Krishna, in Vrindavan, he cried in terror to see Mother Yashoda. That's the uniqueness, the speciality of Krishna being crying in Vrindavan. Seeing the cane in the hand of Mother Yashoda, Krishna is crying. Rudam tamuhu netram yugmam mrijantam karam bhoja yugmena satanka netram muhushwasakam patire kakanta site greva damodaram bhaktivanam namam vishwaram sachidananda rupam lasat kundalam gokule bhajamanam. A beautiful verses. Rudam tamohu netram. You know, seeing the cane in the hand of Mother Yashoda, Krishna is rubbing his eyes. Why is rubbing his eyes? He inviting tears to come. Oh my friends, tears, please come. At least 3-4 come. Because if Mother will see the tears in my eyes, she will throw her cane down. Please come and help me. Rudam tamohu netram yugmam mrijantam karam bhoja yugmena. Rubbing his eyes. Satanka netram, his eyes terror, full of terror, seeing the anger of Mother Yashoda. And in first canto, Kunti Devi also said this. Gopid adakrita ghasam dam tavar, yate dasha ashu karit anja samaksham, vaktra vininya bhai bhavan stitasya, sava mohoiti bhirapi yate. Same thing. The same topic, Kunti Devi, the mother of Pandavas, is saying. So that's the beauty and speciality. And one last thing, ending up. Above Vatsalya Ras is called Madhur Ras. Conjugal. The love of Shri Radharani with Krishna. It never happened in any other pastime. You see, Lakshmi Devi, she massaged the feet of Vishnu, right? Did you ever heard Shri Vishnu massaging the feet of Lakshmi Devi? Never. When Sita Ram in the forest, Sudarshan Prabhu showing his feet to his Dharam Patni. Okay. When Shri Ram in the forest, if Sita ji is getting any thorn in her feet, Lakshman can't touch the feet of Sita Devi. And Sita Devi will not allow Shri Ram to touch her feet because there is a Maryada. Understand? But in Krishna Leela there is something more than Maryada, and that is Prem. So high Prem. So what is high? Prem or Maryada? Can you understand this? One example. Let's say your daughter or your son going out another country, say Australia, for 10 years studies there. What you going to feel when your daughter is leaving you at the airport? Separation? So much separation. When she comes back after 10 years, you've not seen her for 10 years. Now she's coming back. When she's at the airport and you're going to receive her, she's feeling so much emotions. So I want to see my mother, I want to see my father. The Maryada says, when you see your parents, first of all touch their feet. But when the daughter comes or the mother comes to greet her daughter, what they do? they just go ahead and embrace each other. Forget Maryana there. The prem is so high. The prem is so high. More high than Maryana. That's what Krishna Leela is teaching. That's what Radharani is teaching. So therefore, Krishna, he plays his peacock feather, his flute at the lotus feet of Shri Radharani, saying Swaradal Khantanam, Mama Shirasi Mandanam, Dehi Padpalla Udaram. O Radhe, separation from you, the poison of separation from you is raising on my head. I need a nectar to subside that poison. And where is the nectar? Your lotus feet is the nectar. So place your lotus feet on my head and please give me your your association. This is the mood. I just touched the point. I'm not elaborating on this. Therefore, what all devotees want? Everyone wants the lotus feet of the Lord. This is what we are here for. Hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, speaking Srimad Bhagavatam, singing bhajans. The only one intent. मुझे चरणों से लगा दे मेरे श्याम मुरलीधर. गौर प्रेमानंदे. और मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले. मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले. Everyone, you can understand, right? With sweet clapping. Everyone, very good. मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले. मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले. मेरी सांस सांस में तेरा, मेरी सांस सांस में तेरा है नाम मुरली वाले. वो मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले. मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले. भक्तों की तुमने गाना विपदा है सारी. भक्तों की तुमने गाना मेरी ही बाहें थामो आके बिहारी. 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 बिगड़ी बनाई तुमने, हाँ बिगड़ी बनाई तुमने हर राम मुरली वाले. ओ मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले. मुझे चरणों से लगा ले मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले. पतझड़ है मेरा जीवन बन के बाहर आजा. पतझड़ है मेरा जीवन बन के बाहर आजा. सुन ले पुकार का बस एक बार आजा. सुन ले पुकार का बस एक बार आजा. सुन ले पुकार का नाम बस एक बार आजा. सुन ले पुकार का नाम बस एक बार आजा. बेचैन मन के तुम ही, हे चरण मन के तुम ही, आराम मुरली वाले वो मुझे चरणों से लगा दे, मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले मुझे चरणों से लगा दे, मेरे श्याम मुरली वाले। तुम हो दया के सागर, जन्मों की मैं हूँ प्यासी, तुम हो दया के सागर, जन्मों की दे दो जगह मुझे भी, चरणों में बस जगह सी, दे दो जगह मुझे भी, चरणों में बस जगह सी, दे दो जगह मुझे भी, चरणों में बस। सुबह तुम हो मेरी, सुबह तुम हो मेरी, हाँ सुबह तुम हो मेरी, हाँ सुबह तुम हो मेरी, और शाम मुरली वाले वो मुझे चरणों से लगा दे, मेरे शाम मुरली वाले मुझे चरणों से लगा दे, मेरे शाम मुरली वाले, मेरे शाम मुरली वाले, मेरे शाम मुरली वाले, ओ मेरे शाम मुरली वाले, मेरे शाम मुरली वाले। बोलो कृष्ण कन्हैया लाल की जय। थैंक यू सो मच।